election. The people want freedom. And it's time to stop apologizing for demanding our basic liberty, our private property, and our families. All you control freak criminals, get the hell out of our way. This is our country. We're free human beings. We're the people that built this civilization, and you New World Order control freaks are a bunch of parasites, and your time has come. Oh, man, it gets me fired up. I can feel the energy of 1,000+ people. 50+ years they've had this great facility here at the Orlando High Line. This is the first time it's been at total capacity. And why is that? Because freedom is popular. Now, I don't usually give speeches with notes, but this one I got 4 pages of them, and I'll go over some of these points I want to make. And a lot of them you've heard, some you haven't, but certainly not put together the way it is. This represents, and what I do on the radio and what I do on the nightly news and everything I do represents what I believe reality to be. I'm 100% genuine. I stand for what I believe. And my only attribute is that I've done the research and I'm not a coward and I'll tell the truth. And that's why I don't like people praising me. We're all in this together. We're all under attack by this tyranny, by this democide. That's death by government. Enslavement by government is tyranny. We're all in this together. I don't deserve praise or thanks for what I'm doing. I don't deserve praise or thanks if they kill me. It is up to all of us, our duty, to stand up against corruption for our children and future generations. I'm doing what must be done. That's an important distinction. Because if people take somebody like Alex Jones and put me up on a pedestal as some amazing, great person for what I'm doing, people are missing the entire point. I'm doing what you're supposed to do. I'm doing the minimum, which is maximum resistance to tyrants, thugs, criminals, and scum. Free humanity needs to stand up against corruption. Free humanity needs to take the field and occupy this planet, because if good people do nothing, the corrupt take over and this world goes to hell in a handbasket. That is the blueprint to defeat the New World Order, is to know our enemy, but to also know who we are and know what the stakes are and understand it is our responsibility to stand up against these people. And listen, standing up against corruption is not a heavy burden. That's when you really start living, is when you don't take crap anymore. And I'm talking about taking crap from powerful. It's good to take crap from your kids, your wife, your husband, and not fight with each other and realize you're on a team. Because the only people you can guarantee care about you at the end of the day is your family and your friends, and that's what real value is, not a bunch of NFL, NBA, Hollywood garbage. They want to teach us to give up our souls and our lives and our money for a bunch of crap, when real value is all around us. Honor, love, duty, beauty, art, innocence, creativity, courage. That's what it's all about. Not all this New World Order poison they try to force feed us. Haven't even gotten into the notes yet. I got to hold them up here to be able to read it because it's dark down here. Nice dramatic setup. I like this place. And I can feel your energy. I want to say this. I want to thank you for being here, and thank you for caring, and thank you for bringing us here. I want to thank you, because this is special for people that really know what's going on, people that are really aware of the facts and have broken the mind control to get together. The solution to defeating the New World Order is right here in this auditorium. This 1,100 strong against tyranny. Because the truth is, we're not some 300 against 1 million people. If you go everywhere across this globe, everywhere, people are awake to tyranny. But we individually don't know that because most of you aren't known on the street. You aren't TV hosts or radio hosts or authors. So you feel like you're alone. Let me give you the report. As someone who is well known, I can be in Costa Rica, I can be in England, I can be in Canada, I can be on a farm to market road in South Texas, and people stop their cars, they come up to me. I can't go to the mall, I can't go to a movie, I can't go anywhere. And it's not every 20th person coming up to me like it was 10 years ago. It's every third or fourth. What does that tell you about freedom and the awakening? I can go to any town or city in the United States and get 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 people out without doing any advertising on establishment, corporate, prostitute, sellout, globalist media. They're a paper tiger. They've run out of blood. They're out of bullets. They're nothing but a bunch of bark. They can get us individually, but they can't get an idea. And I am such an individual that I know the power of individuals with like minds, the individualistic collective of an idea. We can crawl over these people and we can politically rip their arms and legs right out like you were pulling a piece of grass out of the ground. That's why they're scared of you. That's why they're massing all this force against us, because we know we're an unstoppable force that can just reach in and crush them anytime we want to. I'm not thinking about defeating the New World Order. I'm committed to it. And that doesn't mean that I'm going to see the promised land, but I can assure you, if humanity commits to this, we will defeat these people. As their system of dehumanization and total control comes in, every click of their success is 1 inch closer to their downfall. As people see the fruits of these global tyrants, as people see the product of what they create, everyone is going to turn against them. And they hope they can shut down the alternative media. They hope they can shut you up or make you feel powerless so that you just crawl off in a ditch. They hope they can bankrupt our economies so we're so dependent on them and working so hard we can't resist them. But once humanity is awake and staring, which it is, and then once humanity is aware of exactly what's transpired, there is no putting it back in the barn. No putting Humpty Dumpty back together again. No putting the genie back in the bottle. The train has already left the station, and the globalists aren't arrogant like they were 10 years ago. They are scared to death because they've committed so many crimes. The ones we know of are in the hundreds of thousands and off the charts. And every day we learn more of just how sick it is and how disgusting and how we have let the worst people into control. And they're scared because they know what they've done. And they know they can blow stuff up and blame it on whoever they want, but it doesn't work anymore. They know we're watching. They know that if we see something, we say something to our community, not to the terrorists that staged 9/11. Now, I want to talk about something really positive, because when we did question and answer in Dallas, there was like 6 or 7, 8, I don't know, people that came up and said, and they were mainly young, they said, I was going to die. I had this disease, that disease. I stopped drinking sodium fluoride. I stopped drinking aspartame. I stopped taking vaccines. I started trying to eat organic. I started taking vitamin and mineral powders. And all of a sudden, this disease is gone, that disease is gone, because the system doesn't want to tell you why you have the problem. They want to treat the problem once you have it. And my talk in Dallas wasn't even about these issues, but speaker after speaker was bringing this up. And I was talking to the crew tonight, people that know Aaron and Rob Dew and Richard from the radio and TV show. People were coming up saying, yeah, I had lupus. And they were telling me I'd have to have all this stuff done, and I finally started taking vitamins and minerals, and all of a sudden it's gone. And again, that's not saying in every case that would do that. The point is the system knows about real solutions that are sitting in front of you. And so the blueprint to defeat the New World Order is really just about waking up. And waking up doesn't mean subscribing to what Alex Jones thinks. Waking up doesn't mean believing everything I'm saying. It means simply not trusting everything that's put in front of you. And it simply means investigating and learning how things work. And that sounds like a bunch of work, but it's not. It's exciting to learn how the world works. It's exciting to get knowledge. And the more knowledge you get, the more it intensifies. You don't want to just get your knowledge from a wild man like Alex Jones, and I know you don't. Look at all the guests I have on. Look at all the news we post, all the legislation, all the government documents. It's about you having the journey of experience right along with me and adding information and calling in. That's what the solution is about, is valuing research, valuing being informed, valuing communicating with your fellow humans, that electronic and physical soapbox. That's a big part of defeating this New World Order. But I've seen this term, and I want to make a bumper sticker of it, because for the last few months, reading comments on INFOWARS.com and on YouTube, I keep seeing INFOWARS saves lives. And it was different commenters saying it. You know, my mother was going blind and diabetes and all this, and she finally got off the aspartame, and 6 months later, she's got most of her eyesight back and doesn't have diabetes anymore. Her sugar's to the proper level. And it's like, wow, there it is, just because I have some doctor or scientist or brain surgeon or epidemiologist or endocrinologist on explaining. They know all this. This is in all the studies. They know it. INFOWARS saves lives. And INFOWARS isn't my little website, INFOWARS.com. INFOWAR is saying the pen is mightier than the sword. Your voice is mightier than the sword. Long before we talk about going to arms against the government and the corrupt elements that have taken it over, we should exhaust every avenue of information. And that doesn't mean just wishing there was some media out there you could support. That means becoming your own media, doing your own local radio show, starting your own podcast, doing your own YouTube channel. Doesn't matter if it's got 10 views the first time or 1,000. That's how every great journey is begun. The blueprint to defeat the New World Order is free humanity standing up and saying, for too long we have turned over our society to the worst elements, and humanity is awakening and assessing the situation and standing up, and humanity is on the march for our future. Karl Rove, I think it was 2005 or so,